Everybody, hello. It is your favorite agent, okay? It is me, Melissa D. Hall, and of the Hall Insurance Group, and we have a special guest today. We have Clifton Horton here. Woo! Yes. So, if you all have been following the Hall Insurance Group, you all know that Clifton is his 1 year anniversary. Okay, here at the Hall Insurance Group today. And so I got he's just like a special guest, okay? Clifton, he can be a little camera shy, but he's a strong speaker and strong agent, okay? And y'all say hello to him, okay? Who's that? How you doing, Darren? Hey, Destiny, wave at y'all. Listen, y'all share this out, okay? Because we are going to be giving some good information. We are talking about what it takes to make it in the insurance industry, because the insurance industry, for those of you all who don't know, it is very hard to make it. They say about 92% of agents fail in the insurance industry. Could you believe that, Clifton?
Yeah.
We've
seen a lot of them go.
Yes, we see a lot of them go in the insurance industry because it's just a lot that comes with it. And so, Clifton, why do you think a lot of agents fail in the insurance industry? What do you think it is?
Well, one thing, it's frustrating to try to find leads.
Yeah.
And not everybody can take hear and no. So most people don't want to hear that over and over again. So it wears on them. It
does. No, that could be very true. Definitely, it could be wearisome hearing no over and over and over again, and trying to just keep a positive attitude day in and day out here. Okay, let me see. I'm checking my Facebook here too. Okay, good. So I think that a lot of people fail in the insurance industry. Of course, the leads, that's always an issue, because that can definitely drive agents broke real fast, for sure. Because, y'all may not know, but leads, they can range, anywhere from $15 to upwards $50. Yeah. What's the most have you heard for a lead before?
If you were getting live leads, $300.
$300? Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. What type of lead is this?
Where they're calling you. They already said they're already vetted and they're calling you directly.
300. I can't even imagine. And then it's getting screwed up just a tad bit this way for the Facebook. Yeah. All right. So you can see. Yeah. I couldn't imagine. So, and that's the thing, y'all. Imagine $300 for a lead, and it's not like, it's guaranteed. Okay. And so for a lead, y'all, you at least, to get something out of them, have to buy 50 of them at a time. So if they costing you $300 a pop, which is like the most I've ever heard, you have to buy 50 of them at a time. The average insurance agent coming in this business is broke. I know I was broke when I came in. Were you broke when you came in? Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of us are, right? That's just not feasible, right? Or even, let's say they're not $300. I know when I started, they were about like $30, $40. Number one thing I've ran into nowadays is like, as you can probably imagine, the old way of doing things where we would just mail, okay? Because for the insurance industry, we do a lot of direct mail. That doesn't work how it used to anymore, right? Because, everybody's on the internet, right? People aren't looking at their mail how they used to. Like, it has really changed, so you have to be very, creative in a way, or you got to learn technology, or, just buy some. I don't know. I always say victim of capitalism in a sense. You got to get creative, and that's why we have the commercials and everything like that. So for sure, leads, the cost of it, of course, the chargebacks, that's a whole nother issue, right? Mm-hmm. For sure, because it's like, yep. You say, yep. No, I'm
chargebacks are rough.
Chargebacks, y'all, can take you out. So for you, those of you all who don't know what chargebacks is, so as an insurance agent, okay, every time that we are paid, okay, it is with the intention that the client is going to at least keep the policy for a year, okay? If they don't keep that policy for a year, right, we have to pay back all that money, okay? Some people, it's like, if you don't keep the policy for at least 90 days, then we got to pay back the whole thing. Some of it, they prorated by as much time. If they had it for 4 months, you got to pay this, the 8 months or whatever back, depending on the contract. Right. So imagine thinking that you're going to get a check, okay? And then you don't get that check because it's taken up by you owing, right? And that right there can put you out of business because you have to pay that money back. So between the leads that you're paying for, because some companies do finance them, then you got chargebacks, right? you could like end up owing a company and that stuff follows you. And with insurance, right? And I'm just giving y'all some knowledge for those of y'all, especially who don't know, like they put you in a system called Vector, right? Oh, hey, how you doing, Simone? So they put you in a system called Vector. And what Vector is kind of like a reporting bureau for insurance companies or agents and stuff, right? And so that stuff, because it doesn't go on like your Experian or something, it stays with you for life. Right. So it's not no 7-year, they get rid of it type of thing. It's like you're paying this forever or you won't have a career for real. And, you know, I don't know if you know Clifton, but when I came here from Maryland, that's why I didn't initially jump back into the insurance field, because I had, you know, close to $5,000 in chargebacks.
It'll stop you.
Yeah, it will. It will stop your career. And that's why, you know, when I tell people when they want to get in this whole thing, and, you know, that's why I encourage them to be at the whole insurance group, because, you know, because you are with our company, you don't have to worry about chargebacks. You don't have to worry about lead costs, which is really convenient. You do have to write good business, right? We teach you because we don't want it to roll up. And, you know, a lot of y'all, I'm going to tell you, because I know a lot of stuff goes on in the internet. Y'all see people writing, you know, $50,000 a month and all that stuff. Well, what they don't tell you is that they're spending $40,000 on leads, you know, and then they're getting charged back, you know, especially when you're writing that fast, because just how your clients vet you, you need to be vetting your customers, right? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that. So Clifton, what's some of the ways that when you're talking to people, because, you know, we're dealing with people over the phone, right? So what's some of the ways that you determine if a customer is going to be good business or not?
How they talk about their bank. Make sure they have a bank account to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
If they've said, oh, I have to open up a new bank account because the bank took my money.
Oh, yes. Yes. Blaming the bank.
So
blaming the bank. Move over just a little bit right here. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Just things like that. I mean, listening how they pay their bills, what they say they can afford, other things that they have going on. You know, if they say $70 or they want $1 million of life insurance, but they want it for
$1 million in life insurance, and they how old?
70. And
70, right?
They want to pay $60 a month. They don't really know how insurance works. So
unrealistic expectations. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Yes. A lot of clients, and y'all be surprised how many people have unrealistic expectations when it comes to insurance and, you know, what they think that they can get, right? Especially because they probably get a lot of stuff in the mail. They hear these commercials about how, you know, Joe Diamond, he called up, what's that place? I can't think of it, but he got, you know, $1 million worth of life insurance for $26. It was approved right away. Yeah. And then here they are.
Even with health problems, right?
And here they are, 78, you know, what is it? All types of cancers and stuff, and they want $1 million for, you know, $50, and it's just like unrealistic. Right. Or for sure, you know. And like you said, blaming a bank, right? When they blame the bank, that is a big one to me. When they start blaming the bank, and that's one thing too, right? Having a bank account, not everybody can handle a bank account, right? A bank account is definitely a responsibility, right? And it's something it's a responsibility. Not every client can handle that. And sometimes what I have found is for some clients, instead of trying to make them go get a bank account, you got to just like let them be who they are, you know, and maybe refer them to some companies that do take that. Not a lot of companies do take that type of business, but they are out there, and just refer them there, because, you know, you're going to have to, you know, make a person change who they are, where they could just go someplace else that will just be more accommodating to them, right? So definitely you want to look out for that. That was good. That was really good. So what other type of things? You say hearing no's. I think that's a big one too. Hearing no's, being able to handle no's. Like, especially, you know, I see it more for the men, you know, that they have a harder problem handling no's than the women. You don't think so?
No, I think the opposite.
I think so. I think it's the men. I think the men, hey, ladies, chime in. Do y'all think it's more the men or the women who have a harder time? And I think it's the men because of the ego. You know, I do. Because it's just like, I don't know, like women, I don't know. I guess we don't have that ego like a guy does, getting rejected or rejected. That's what I think.
I don't know. I think guys get rejected often, so... They used to it.
Yeah, they used to it for sure. What's that? Sierra Nicole says men for sure. She agrees with the men for sure. I hear that, right? Yes, I don't know. She said from what I've seen in groups, LOL. Yes, for sure. If y'all say hello there, okay? Yes, I think so too. Like the men for sure. But like I said, like I remember we had one guy, right? And let me say this, okay? And let me see if you agree on this too. I think it's a real big difference from real estate people and insurance people. Mm-hmm. Okay, for sure. And I remember we had this one young man. He was working. He was working here. It was before you. And he was from the real estate world. And we tried to have him like, call in and stuff like that. Because when you start here at the Hall Insurance Group, very rarely, except Clifton, because he was already experienced, okay? You start off, we call him as a fronter. And those are like our prospectors, right? And so this gentleman, he came in all excited and everything, but he came from the real estate world. And so we put him on those phones. And I mean, like, probably the next day, he was just so, like, I could see him defeated. And I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, it's just so different. He had got, like, cussed out by a client. He wasn't used to it. And I guess, like he was saying, in real estate, people are happy when you call them.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because it's something they want. This is something
right.
You fighting everybody else for.
Exactly. And then like with insurance, it's like, they only happy, like insurance, I say like this, right? They hate to see us coming, right? But they happy to see us leaving. Like insurance, you never regret, buying insurance, right? Because, if you don't get it, it could really like, and then you need it, right? You're always going to need it, right? Especially life insurance and Medicare and all that stuff like that. So he was defeated, y'all. Of course, he didn't end up working out. God bless him. He's doing something else now. I try to get him to come back. He ain't trying to come back. I get it. That's his pride. And I get it. But it's not for everyone. Plus, one thing about real estate, too, like you said, they want to see him come in. Also, real estate is like a longer type of process, because you could be working with a client for real estate for like years, getting them ready to acquire property. And then with insurance, it is like totally different. So, yeah, the rejection, what else? What's another reason or ways that people can make it, whatever? You got to be... Go ahead.
Depending on how you're paid. I mean, commission takes out a whole bunch of people. So you got to wait till you make a sale to really make money. A lot of people can't do that. Yes. Being on commission, especially being commission only, that is a big thing too. Because you could think something's coming through, right? You already got the chargebacks that's battling against you, right? Mm-hmm. You already got the leads that's battling against you, right? And then you got the client's bank account that don't go through that's battling against you, right? Or just not making a sale that day, or all types of things, right? And you be driving around all day, and it's like, man, have I ever told you about my worst day ever? I think so.
All right, what was it?
I mean, you had all these appointments and drove around? I'm sorry.
That
was my worst day. Sorry.
What? Tell us about your worst day. What happened?
Well, I'm driven to, where was I? Lumberton or somewhere. So it was like a 2-hour ride. Mm-hmm. Had 5-6 appointments. Thought it was going to be great. Mm-hmm. Didn't see anybody. Went down there to have lunch and came back.
No.
Got back about 9-10 o'clock at night and had accomplished nothing.
Oh, no. So let me ask you, did that turn out to be a good week for you, though?
No.
Are you serious?
That was the start of a bad month.
Oh, no.
But it happens.
It happens. No, that stuff happens. No. That stuff happens. It does happen. That's real.
Next month we rebounded.
Huh?
Next month I rebounded.
That's good. That's good. It's like that. No, but that's true. It's like you kind of have to build it up. It all accumulates, right? Like how they say, sales is a numbers game. So sometimes the numbers don't come when you think when you think they are, right? Or when you think they're supposed to. That's real. Mm-hmm. Like how you said, okay. Usually, you go ahead, you might schedule a whole bunch of appointments, but then you end up with a lot that week. Mm. But for you, it didn't happen that week. It didn't happen the next day. Right. Yeah, it was a whole month, but that next month you did good, right? Like, that's for sure. What's up, Anisha McLean? How you doing, girl? Okay, I just text you, girl. Listen, we are talking here. We talking about the leads. We talking about what you said. That is so true. This is so true. Yes, girl, it is true. It is true. I mean, all right, so my worst day, right, was I had like 15 appointments. It was in Baltimore. I had like 15 appointments. Okay, man, I had a lot of stories in Baltimore, right? So anyway, I had done a presentation at this senior complex or whatever. It was a high rise. Got like 15 appointments. Right. Thought I was going to do it. 15 appointments, that's like you in there.
You was going to write the whole building.
Write the whole building. I had prepared for the whole day, got all pretty and stuff. Went up there and knocked on the door. They told me no. Went to the next door, they told me no. Everybody had told me no. Y'all, I had lost my mind in there. I was like, I knocked on I knocked on a person's door. They opened. I said, tell me no. They said no. I said, thank you. I went nuts. Okay. But it will push you over the edge, like hearing no like that all the freaking time, right? Now, I did end up having a great week. Okay. I needed that. It came at the end. I needed that. But it was just like, I don't see like an average person, unless you really want it, being able to kind of push through that, push through that. And then it's like, hearing it over the phone is one thing, because Clifton and I both worked over the phone and on the field. Yep. Yeah, but hearing it over the phone is one thing, but hearing it, all these people tell you to your face, no, like that, I'm like, what's wrong with me? It's like, your self-esteem gotta be high. Like, do I stink today? Like, did somebody come in before you? Like, what is going on? So it's like,
they're not buying you.
No, right? Right? Yep. Not buying you. Ooh, I love that. Because in sales, right, they say people buy us. So what if they don't buy you for the day? Like, that's deep. That's very deep. That's very deep. What's up, Nestor? How you doing? Y'all share this out, because I think this is good. So let me ask you, Clifton. Let's see. So we talked about that. So let's talk about like your best week. Like, how do you know you're gonna have a good week? Because at the end of the day, like in sales, right, we can control some things. Number one things, like what's in our control in sales? Definitely our attitudes, right?
Yeah. Just who you talk to, the appointments you set, things like that. You can set up yourself for success, and then you don't control what you can control. So.
Yeah, control what you control. Knowing your numbers, I would think so. Like for Clifton, I know if he has 7 appointments, he's about to have a great day. If he set 7 appointments, it's going to be 3 sales that day, right? And I think that's key. Knowing your numbers so you can feel hopeful, you know what I mean? Having something to look forward to, even if it's just like 1 appointment, you know what I mean? But just like you have something, and working real hard. Like even if that day you didn't sell anything, right? Okay, fine. Well, do the next day, do you have an appointment? Right. Like that type of stuff kind of keeps you encouraged, because part of being a salesperson is really being optimistic. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. It is. Just like believing things are going to get better. Like if you don't believe things are going to get better, then it's like what is you doing? Like, yeah, what are you doing? As Nesta said, knowing your numbers, 100. Yeah, for real. That's true. So like Nestor and Nisha, I see y'all on there, or replays, like how many appointments do you need to make in one day to know like you're going to have a sale, right? And if you don't know that, like for real, figure that out so you can have that, what do you call it?
Confidence.
Right, because confidence isn't just an attitude. Confidence is an action. For sure.
Yeah, it's how you talk to people. It changes everything.
And one thing about you, Clifton, you are very good talking to people. I've never gotten a complaint. I always get 5 stars because of Clifton. Like, seriously, like he definitely makes a complicated thing simple, especially when, in the whole Medicare arena, you know what I mean? He's always very patient with people and everything like that. He's the calm here in the office, the more reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, right, look, yeah. What's up? Who is that? Cuban Huleros. Okay, Huleros. All right. Huleros. I said it right. Did I say your name right? Okay. She said, this is too true. Yes, Anitra. So, y'all, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we should add? What about to the newbies or people who've been in the industry, Clifton? What wise words of encouragement would you give them? Because, hey, you've made it a year here at the Hall Insurance Group. Coming in, day out, doing your job. So what would you tell them? Move over just a tad bit so they can see. So
just be,
because it's people out here who
it can be a grind. It can be a grind. Just kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. And keep going, because you eventually with work it'll work out. Yeah. Even though through the hard times.
For sure. I like that. It's a grind, but keep on going. Keep on going. Keep being consistent. Keep being steady. Right? Keep making your calls. Even one thing about being consistent is like doing the necessary tasks, even when you don't see the progress. And that right there is all of it. Sometimes you can't get caught up in the hype, or the shiny object syndrome. Sometimes it's like staying steady. Because no matter what you're doing, no matter what product necessarily you're in, it's people successful in that product. You know what I mean? So whether you're selling final expense, it's a lot of final expense millionaires. Whether you're selling Medicare, it's a lot of Medicare millionaires. But the thing about all those people is that they stayed steady. And that's the thing. You got to stay steady because ain't none of it going nowhere. It's the people that change, but the products, they stay the same, right? It's the concept. So definitely keeping steady, educating yourself, and you can do it. It's just the activity, and just keeping it simple, the focus, not trying to do a whole lot of things, I would say. I see some agents, they do, not they be, but they do. They do what? They come in, they do what? They want to do life insurance.
They want to do everything.
Right. Credit repair. They want to do auto insurance. They want to do Medicare. They're trying to learn all these things because they want to be self-service, right? But then it's like they get so overwhelmed, they end up doing nothing, right? And so what I try to tell people is do one thing at a time. Become an expert on one thing at a time, right? First, I was a final expense expert, right? And that's what you start off too, right? Final expense expert, right? Then we went to the Medicare experts, right? The good thing about those things is that they both serve the same demographic. So that was, that went into each other, right? Then we went ahead and we got, come on, you got to move, the camera lens small. Thank you. And so then from there, hey, we do retirement planning. Okay, cool. That's a different demographic, but we have a base here, right? And so it's just keeping things, first things first, and keeping steady and becoming an expert at least in one thing and then branching off from there, because all those other things, they will be there, they will definitely be there. And the insurance industry is a great place to put a base, for yourself, because at the end of the day, some people, they are one of people who want to sell insurance their whole lives, right? And that's cool. Nothing, we need that. That's what's up. But however, it's like you want to use it, because here at the Whole Insurance Group, we do get residuals, and guess what? Eventually you want to go ahead, you want to do other things, you want to move up, you know what I'm saying? It's things that you want to do, and insurance provides a great base for you to do that, and that's one thing I like about the industry. And of course you help people too, right? Yeah, of course you do. So I think this chat was been really nice. Like I said, thank you for doing this, Clifton.
Yeah.
We gonna do it again?
Maybe.
Y'all, tell Clifton to do this again, because this was so good. This was so good. It was. So one of our principles here at the Hall Insurance Group is that we are divinely assigned by the one all true mighty God to be a leader in the insurance industry, right? And what does that mean? Sharing our knowledge, encouraging you all out there. You all going to see a lot more of us at the Hall Insurance Group, of Clifton, our agents, because we just want to, we want to encourage, because, it's a lot of great agents out there, but sometimes, you can kind of be a lone wolf, right? But guess what? You might be, out there for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You got the Hall Insurance Group here. Nestor said, thank you both. Great advice. Thank you so much, Nestor. He works with Melanie. Melanie Nickel. Yeah. Maybe y'all meet one day for sure. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. But listen, y'all have a blessed day, and thank y'all so much. Bye-bye.